You're going to L psychedelia, that is. Now, let me start off by saying some people are wondering where I'm going with this thing. I got everything under the sun here. Heinz 57 varieties. Well, there's one Beatles record in particular, I think, with good definition of what psychedelic music is, and that's Revolver. This one came out, I believe, in '65, and there's two songs on here of great interest regarding psychedelia. Most of the stuff, Eleanor Rigby, that's not psych. But to me, one of the most psychedelic songs that the Beatles ever did, beyond "I Am a Walrus," is "Tomorrow Never Knows," and that's the one that goes, "Relax your mind, unwind, and float downstream. Is it not shining?" And then later on he says, "Surrender to the void. Is it not dying?" So you've heard the song. In the same time that John's singing all this stuff, there's all this crazy stuff going on in the background. That's gotta be a 99 to 100 on the psychometer. Taxman, you get fuzz guitar there. Just, but is it psych? Well, it's certainly psychish with that guitar. So you wouldn't hear that today on most cuts. So that's my definition of psych. Tomorrow never knows. Next, I want to take a little sideline before we get into the letter L, and that's to tell you about something that I collected for a couple of years. The fun thing of collecting anything is there's always sidelines you can go for, and one of the sidelines in particular I enjoyed very much were the Fillmore posters. As you see, the Sound here, Grace Lake with Great Society, and the 13th floor elevators. You're gonna miss me, baby. And then more Jefferson Airplane, Grateful Dead stuff there, and I got a lot of these posters from a man who ran a poster store called Poster Mat in San Francisco. When my wife and I first went to San Francisco in '71, we met Ben Friedman, who ran the store, and Ben was a real colorful character. He's the one that bought the Bill Graham stock. He bought a whole huge stocks from several of the San Francisco promoters. And at one point, Bill Graham says, "I don't know why you're buying this stuff. Nobody's going to want it." All right. So Ben was a really sweet man. Later on, in the late '80s, I started collecting psychedelic posters seriously, and I made a deal with Ben on mail. And this is the very first Fillmore, of course, Jefferson Airplane. Who else? I won't go through every one of these. There's a gob of them in here. There are literally hundreds of them. Here's the Eyeball, Jimi Hendrix. Many different posters. These are actually not the posters. These are postcards. And the postcards were mailed to people to promote the poster. And, well, here's a fun little hot tuna here. Jack Cassidy and Drummer Kokona. Hot tuna. Another Jefferson Airplane spinoff. But there are many of these. Here's a concert I went to, the Goose Lake Rock Festival. Small Faces with Rod Stewart, 10 years after, Chicago. John Sebastian. A lot of stuff here. Jethro Tull, Mountain, Flying Burrito Brothers, Litter, Stooges, Third Power, Brownsville Station, Jethro Tull, Savage Grace, Flock, James Gang, Alice Cooper, Sweet Charity, Detroit with Mitch Ryder, Bob Seger, The Frost. A lot of stuff there. Yeah, that was a fun concert. Anyway, you didn't come to hear about posters. You want to hear about records. So let's get going here. First one I'm going to start off with is called Lacewind. Now, Lacewind, hold on a second. Always something happening here. Okay, Lacewind is another mainstream album. This one's pretty good, as I recall. 3 stars, light psych, very nice, mostly female vocals, good organ, some psychic guitar. What kind of songs we got here? 4-star, country, punk, psych. Paradox City, I remember that was a good one. Good guitar. Light, folk rock, 3-star jazzy, awful stuff. 3-star heavy psych, Storm. 4-star good rocker, and 4-star like Jeff Beck. So nice mix of stuff like every mainstream. Lacewind. Here's another mainstream. That's good. It's called Last Nickel. So if you were on your last nickel, you might be able to pick this one up. Last nickel, 2.5 stars. Blue-eyed soul like the Rascals with a good vocalist. Heavy on horns. Some good guitar and organ. We got some soul here, soul pop. Nice guitar on this one, but horns like the Rascals. And then finally, life is a purple antelope, which you can imagine. It's a 4-star workout where the last nickel they spend the last penny on that one. Not recommended. Not psych. Maybe psych related. But it's a mainstream. This next one looks like poppy as heck. But it does have some good stuff on here. It's in the main collection. It's The Last Words. The Last Words. What do we know about The Last Words? Not much, I bet. No listing. Okay, it's on Echo. What do I say about this thing? I'm the one that brought it up, right? 3-star. So psych. Mostly covers. Nice guitar in places. Good songs include a 3-star, 3-star, 4-star hard psych basket. 4-star, nice psych. Good guitar on Can't. Finally, 4-star, it's something or other. Can't read my own writing here. It's not over. I tell you, it's not over. So there's 4 really good songs. I mean, this looks like something you'd throw away without even torturing your ears with it. But there are 4 decent psych songs on here. And those aren't my last words. It's in the main collection. Boo. Here goes the light. Come on back there. All right, this next one is a psych. Sorta, yeah, no. It's Timothy Leary, the purveyor of acid. Oh, it's got some fancy sleeve for the record. Timothy Leary. This one was purported. It's on Design Record. This one was purported to have Jimi Hendrix on guitar. I never got that. It definitely has Stephen Stills on it. I know that I've heard. This is where Timothy Leary is expounding on what it's like to tune in, turn on, and drop out. He'll show you the way. This is. I'd say this is psych, but it's like in the family of psych. It's Timothy expounding on all the great psychedelia philosophy while musicians are playing in the background. So if that's for you, go for it. This next band was from San Fernando Valley State College in Northridge, California. It's The Leaves, Hey Joe. And they had a minor hit with this. The Leaves. Now, The Leaves had some earlier albums. Let's see, which one was this on? This is a fairly local label. Yeah, this is on Mira. This is a local label. Mira, which is, let's see, it was issued on Surrey and Mira and then Capitol. On Capitol, they had a second album called All the Good That's Happening. I never got that one. Wish I had. Can't get them all. A 4-star for this Leaves. Nice psych, punk, birds type folk rock. Dr. Stone, Get Out of My Life, Wood, Get Out of My Life. And a very definitive version of Hey Joe. Not quite as good as the Hendrix version, of course, but very credible, very folk rock, good stuff. 4-star psych. Hey Joe. And you love those local labels of Mira Records. This next one is another Canadian monster. Thank you, Canada. You guys have given us so much love over the years. It's the Electric Music Revolution. Look at these guys. Oh, man. Yes, they're a band, and they almost look like studio musicians. This one is good. It's good. It's psych. It's got that lightness to it. Folk rock, 4 stars. The first song is great folk rock, 5-star folk rock. Second one is a 5-star. It's called Electric Music Revolution, 5-star early psych. Future is dumb pop. Open is hard rock. I Wonder is pop. Funny is beat pop. Funny little girl. It's beat pop. It's good stuff. Let is psych. 3-star psych. Kenya, 3 stars. Great psych pop. Finally, live today. Tomorrow's not for sure. That's you got that right, brother. 5-star psych. This is a sleeper. Electric Music Revolution from Canada. Electric music. I got this in Toronto many years ago. Now this next one, you're going to say that's not psych. But hold on a second here. Now we all know about Led Zeppelin. And they're basically a blues band. Blues rock band. You know, hey, hey, mom, about the way you move, gonna make me sing. You know that stuff. But later in their career, almost to the end, they came out with an album, Physical Graffiti, where they stretch out into Eastern mysticism. This is not just grunge, blues-based hard rock. No, we're getting into some psychedelic territory here. Now, some of you may disagree, but check out some of the cuts on here. They're majestic. They're marvelous. They're unbelievably good stuff. And all Led Zeppelin albums are pretty good. Coda's only so-so. But, wow. Okay, now this next one, yeah, I'm going to get some arguments about this one too. These guys are not psych. No, get back here. There we go. The Left Bank. Just walk away, Renee. Pretty ballerina. Now this is Baroque rock, not necessarily psychedelic, but you know, it's got to be in that family. They had a second album, more of the same, no hits, not quite as good, but this album to me is one of those. It's like early Pink Floyd. It's like I don't know how to describe it exactly, but it's just so lovely, wonderful stuff. This next band looks like bubblegum. The Lemon Pipers. And you'd say, Dennis, what are you doing to us? But you'd be missing out on some amazing psych. Hard to believe. It's on Buddha Records, home of bubblegum. But hey, wait a minute here. What do we got here? Pop psych, 3 stars. 4-star, good folk rock. 4-star, good punk psych on Straggling Behind. 5-star, pop psych classic. Green, my green tambourine. You know that one. It's a good psych song. Second side has got a great fuzz jam on 50 Year and also Through in You. The last 2 cuts on side 2. Through in You. And 50 Year Void. 50 Year Void. So this one is also a mixed bag. There's some terrible pop here, but there's some amazing psych. My green tambourine. But wait, there's more good Lemon Pipers. Now, I'm not saying bubblegum is great music. Most of it is horrible. Most of them deserves to be destroyed. But these guys don't. These guys are good psychedelers. Pop Psych, 3 stars. Better than you think. It'd have to be with a cover like that. We got some 3-star pop psych, 3-star Birds cover, 2.5-star Baroque pop, 3.5-star country pop, blues punk 3-star, Baroque pop 2-star, sitar pop 5-star, 4-star nice psych. These guys do the reverse of what you expect. They end with the brilliant stuff. The best cut is hard like psych. It's almost 12-minute cut on the last track here. It's called I believe Dead End Street, Half Light, Dead End Street. 12 minutes of jungle psych. Wild stuff, man. Wild. They're in the main collection because they have some great psych. Great psych. This next guy is from later in the game. He's from Illinois. Jeffrey Lieberman. Jeffrey Lieberman. He was from Flossmoor, Illinois. And this album came out in 70, I think it was, 76. 76. It's psyched to the max. It's got great stuff on here. Wild guitar. Wild dude. It's got 4-star great jam, 5-star psyche, and phenomenon. That's what it says. Phenomenon. 5-star psych. Side 2, you got 4-star wild jam on boogie. Tasty's a wild jam, 4 stars, and more wild jamming on side 2 with women's. Women's needs are seldom met, so meet him at the Y. And he had another album, very obscure stuff. Hey, it's on Libra Records. Well worth picking up. This is the kind of stuff you're going to find in the dollar bin. You're going to go, what the heck is that? Jeffrey Lieberman. This is another one of those wannabes. No, this is a B. I wannabe. Next we have a neat little site. It's called Listening. And I believe it's on Pip Records. Weird stuff. And there's the Enterprise, USS Enterprise there. Look at that. Inside, we got 4-star hard psych. Great hardy, psyche, rocky. Some of it's like Led Zeppelin. Some of it's gentle and dreamy. Some of it is different stuff. All kinds of stuff here. Lightning. What do we say here about lightning? It was 19... No, you don't say anything about it here. It is indeed. It's a pip of a record. Adam Sunrise, 6 minutes long. This may be more hard rock and less psych, but I really liked it. It's great stuff. But this next one is psyched to the max. And it's an amazing story about American Indian musicians. And it's called Lincoln Street Exit. And it is yet another crazy mainstream. Look at that cover. Psyched to the max. Traffic jam, dude. And all the musicians are shown here in cartoon form. Here's Uncle Sam. Later, bub. There they are. And 3 of them are American Indians from, I believe, Arizona. No, New Mexico. Albuquerque, New Mexico. And they were Sioux Indians. And this album came out in 70, hard cranking rock. The 4th dude is a white guy. He's, I believe, doesn't matter what skin color they are. But anyway, I believe he died of heroin. Sad story to him. The rest of them soldiered on. 5-star hard acid. Fluid guitar leads. It's got all the right attitudes. Just, if I had to rank mainstreams, what's the best mainstream? This one would be right at the top. Lincoln Street Exit. Hard jamming rock. Probably sold at least 100 copies of this thing, but it's just so good. It's so good. But there's more to the story. Canyon Records released 2 albums, that are very collectible and very, very good. And these include Lee Herrera and Max Suazo and Garris, but another man here too. Tom B's in this one. Exit, Entrance. And these were recordings, I believe, made before Lincoln Street Exit, like 68. They sound like 67. Oh, they're so beautiful. Light, poppy stuff. And the wonderful... here they are. And let me tell you what exit means, because, mainstream took the name Lincoln Street Exit, and they changed it. Now we're not going to do that. The original name of the band was Exit. But what does Exit stand for? That stands for the transfer of the Indian tribes. Because, of course, under the presidency of Andrew Jackson, all the Cherokee, all the East Coast tribes were forced to migrate. They were forced marched. Thousands of them died on the way. Horrible story. So Tom B and the gang wanted to promote this, guys, that this was a horrible thing that the United States did to Native Americans. And they were adamant about speaking out against that. Not a real popular band, but just great stuff. And here's that Canyon label. What's this like? Side one is all poppy psych. He's the yellow man of Paris. Just orange benevolence. Just if you like pop psych, like real early Bee Gees, some good organ here. Not a lot of fuzz guitar on this one, like Lincoln Street Exit, but some real dreamy psych. It's gonna just blow your mind, take you off into the distance, floating exit. There. There's another Canyon record. I don't have it. I don't know much about it. Okay, Lynn County is another band, and I'm sure you can guess what kind of music this is from the cover, and you'd be right. It is psychedelic. Lynn County. Lynn County. What do we say about Lynn County in this Unipack here? We got all the stuff going on. This is psychedelic, of course, and it gets good marks online, about 3.5 stars. It's got all the mix you want. West Coast. And they had 3 albums. Nice psychedelic cover here. And they're on the moon here. Looks like Father Guido Sarducci or something. No, that's the first time. Just psychedelic awareness. That's how it is. And they have, as I said before, 3 albums. I got 2 of them here. The other one's somewhere. I don't know where it is. More country here. Still that West Coast psych. Lynn County. Good stuff. Liquid Smoke. This one, this is kind of mixed, but it's the main collection, so it's got some good stuff on it. And who doesn't want Liquid Smoke? Liquid Smoke was something that they used to sell. You like pour it on meat and make it taste like it was smoky. It was terrible stuff. Liquid Smoke. I don't have much written about this stuff. Let's see. Liquid Smoke. They're from New York. Good heavy guitar rockers on Avco from 1970. Slightly funky. Has some psych stuff going on there. Not a lot. Little. In the main collection, good 4-star. And this next band is one of the monsters. It's one of the monsters. Now they have 2 albums before this one. I wish I had those. This is called The Litter. The Litter. Now they had an album on War called Distortions, and they had an album called Emerge. I'm sorry, this isn't Prog Emerge. The one before, besides Distortions, $100 Fine was the other one. $100 Fine on Hexagon Records. Those are very rare, hard, punky, psyche, mostly punk, but very psyche. This one is extremely psyche. ABC Probe has some great psychs, like Morgan, which we're going to talk about. And this was their 3rd album, their only major label recordings, and it's great stuff. Great psych. You can listen to their first 2 albums on YouTube, and that's also great. 4-star excellent psych, hard rockin', good guitar, heavy jams, 2 lead guitars, 2 count them. 4-star heavy, 5-star feeling, 3-star silly people, whatever. Good guitar solo. 5-star good guitar, Blue Ice. Nice cover, Little Red Book. Soft psych, 4 stars. And Future of the Past, a 5-star psych out. Future of the Past. It does have a drum solo, though. Emerge, The Litter. Their 3rd album. Now we have the Little Boy Blues. The Little Boy Blues. So this is a blues-based psych, as you can imagine. What do we say? 3-star blues psych. The Little Boy Blues. In the woodland of Weir. Weir indeed. Good psych. 3 stars. Great stores everywhere. This next one is kind of junky, but it's got just enough stuff to make you want to keep it. The Amazing Adventures of the Liverpool Scene. These guys were like beat poets. Uh, it's got some crazy stuff on here. There's a Bat poem on here where he talks about Batman. Batman, you're so evil. Batman, military destruction machine. So like Batman is like the metaphor for the United States. Bat poem, it's called. It's funny. It's good. A lot of funny stuff here. There's a ode to Guevara in here. There's folk. There's one good song on here. This is a 1-star album, kind of, maybe 2. And it's called Love Story. 4-star. Great acoustic psych. What is this? Some kind of guitar set to spiritual poetry. Oh, mystical guitar set to spiritual poetry. What could be more psych than that? Mystical guitar set to spiritual poetry. This was an estate sale by. I think I got cheated. Okay. So this may appeal to you if you're more into that poetry stuff and the weird stuff, like the Fugs. They're sort of like the Fugs, only not as graphic as the Fugs. Now this next group, it's a Canadian, and it's a horn band. It's called Lighthouse. And they had a big hit, One Fine Day. Hey, that's Blood, Sweat, and Tears, man. What are you doing to us? No, this is the first album on RCA. It's a Canadian band again. Thank you, Canada. 3-star. It is a horn band like Chicago, but there are several great songs on here. Mountain Man. Whatever. 8 miles high. All I Can. So they do a cover of The Birds 8 Miles High, and they crank it out 5 minutes. There are horns on here, but there's a lot of fuzz guitar on here too. So if you don't suffer from horn phobia, then here you go. And their later albums are progressive and fun pop. Except for that one Fine Morning album, never had a hit. Okay, this next band is from San Francisco. They were part of that scene. The Loading Zone. Now, unfortunately, this is a horrible album. They have also a local album on Umbrella, which is also horrible. This is bluesy soul rock with horns and the vocals of Linda Tillery. Nice cover, right? Very psyche. Not very psyche inside here. It's a horn band. You'd be better off with Tower of Power from Oakland. Weird mix of soul and San Francisco psych. Distorted guitar. 4-star fuzz on Cali. Fuzz guitar on I Can't. 4-star R&B. Rest is good soul, sort of like early Sons of Chaplin or Sly and the Family Stone or Charity. So this is definitely a dollar record. The Loading Zone. Now we have another hard psych rock, and that's Locomotive. Locomotive. And they were from Seattle, Washington. Psych rock with great guitar. Locomotive. Locomotive. And these guys were from 1969. What do we say about that old train? Locomotive. 3.5-star. Nice, hard, bluesy, rockin' late 60s psych rock. Wah-wah guitar. Lots of all come free. Gets 5 stars. All come free. Locomotive. Good psych. Check it out. This next one is another 5-star. What can I say? The Lollipop Shop from 1968 on Uni Records. Killer. 5-star psych. I don't have to pull this out here. It's punk. It's psych. It's got it all. It's on the hard side, but it just has some soft stuff too. Wonderful. Wonderful. There, I say it again. Wonderful. Now we have some more international artist madness. And again from Texas, we have Lost and Found from Houston. Lost and Found from Houston, an international artist from 1968. International artist. This one's not up there with the top, but I put it somewhere in the middle. It's got a lot of fuzz guitar. It's got the psych sensibilities. It's good hard Texas rock. Great cover. What do you want, man? Now we have a very strange early Moog synthesizer group, Lothar and the Hand People from Connecticut. They used a theremin, folk rock. Machines, machines. It's got some good stuff on here, though. Very psyche-wikey. No reviews here. I just remember these guys as strange. Of course, the theremin adds a lot of that sci-fi sounds to it, kind of lurking in the background. And these guys, here he is playing the theremin. And very kind of weird out there, but not too far out there. Still good. They have a second album even. I don't have that one. Good stuff. Good Lothar. Now we got to talk about these guys. Arthur Lee, of course. Love Forever Changes. And I got all the Love albums. I love Arthur Lee. To me, Arthur Lee is one of the great tragedies because he never made it big. If ever there should have been somebody who was a huge popular star, it should have been Arthur Lee. Great albums. This one's a great folk rock and punk album. There's Arthur. Later on in his career, he released a solo album. It was kind of bitter. I've got it somewhere where he's on the cover. He's dressed as a janitor because, frankly, a lot of black people in this country are treated that way. Here we got the '66 catalog on Electra here. Oh, can I order that New Doors album? Yeah, it's in here. This is a great album. Great folk rock, great punk. Just the emergence of psych on here. I think this album came out in, what is it, '65 or something? Love. The second album, Da Capo, also brilliant. Great stuff on here. Stephanie Knows Who, Orange Skies. She comes, my love, she comes in colors. You know, Arthur Lee said, he's right. The Rolling Stones stole that. My love, she comes in colors. You know, does that remind you of a Rolling Stones? Da 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 da. Yep. And side two is the sidelong 19-minute cut, Revelation. Love, Arthur Lee. I believe this was the first sidelong cut. Wonderful psych, wonderful folk rock. These guys had it all. And the funny thing, they took the first cover and they framed it like, we're art now, baby. We're not just some punk amateur rock artists. No, we are art. He was right. They are art. Because their next album never went out of print. This next album is regarded by everyone. Everyone loves it. It's like Moody Blues Days of Future Past. Same kind of thing. This is a 5-star psych album, Forever Changes. And this is unbelievably good. It's got that acid, so what attitude. It's got dreaminess. A lot of the lyrics are cryptic, but still unbelievably wonderful stuff. I'm running out of time. I could go on. I could do a video just on that one. But they continued on. The band kind of splintered a little bit. They lost some members on this one for sale. Still some great stuff on here. Singing Cowboy. This is, again, psych. Getting into more hard rock thing. The same artist that did some Doors albums there. Going Arthur Lee. Plugging away, trying to make it. This is their double album. And a lot of people slam this because it's got like a 5-minute drum solo on one of the long tracks, and it's called Out There. It really is out there, all right, baby. This one is out there, out there. And but it's on Blue Thumb Records. And somebody pointed out recently that although this does have it's a double album. This does have 2 long tracks on here. There's a lot of a shorter song that would fit on Forever Changes. There's a lot of good stuff on this album. It's just like that Harumi album. It's got a lot of junk on here too, which kind of detracts from it. But Out There, Love. And this was probably I believe their last album. And this is False Start. And the distinction on this one is Jimi Hendrix plays in the first cut. Arthur Lee and Jimi Hendrix were best friends, and well, maybe not best friends, but they were good friends. And this gets slammed by some people. It's less psych here, but Arthur Lee had a great pop sensibility. He wasn't just punk. He wasn't just psych. He was also pop. He had the good sense of a good song. And there's good stuff on here, I think. I don't know. Okay, this next band, we got to zip through this stuff. Getting to be long. The Love Exchange on Tower Records. Love Exchange on Tower Records. And these guys, I don't know much about the Love Exchange. Oh, they're from Los Angeles. Three-star, light psyche, like lightweight Jefferson Airplane. Not as bad as you think. Female vocals. We got 2.5 good psych, 3-star psych, 4-star moody, 4-star psych, 2.5 pop psych, no good, dreamy folk, doo-wop garbage, goofy psych. So this is a dollar record. It's got some good stuff on there. If you're more into that folk rock stuff, you might love it more. This next band is a early, heavy guitar album by Dave Edmunds, Power Trio. Love Sculpture, Form and Feeling. Love Sculpture. And these guys, what do we say here? 3-star, hard cranking. Oh, wait a minute. Here's the other side. I wrote on both sides. And now I raised it to 4 stars. Heavy metal psych. Heavy metal thunder. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Classic, mystical psych. Awesome instrumental. Classical. All kinds of stuff on here. Forms and Feelings. Love Sculpture. Dave Edmunds. Here is their second album, and it came on this great die-cut cover here. Again, mostly hard rock, a little psych on here. Some people slam that record. It's not very good, but nobody slams this next band, and they are definitely psychedelic. H.P. Lovecraft. What do we got about H.P. Lovecraft? Can I find anything about here? Lovecraft. Maybe it's under H.P. I don't know. HP. Here we go. They were from Chicago, and they moved to California, mostly organ, but a lot of guitar. And some of you may know H.P. Lovecraft was a horror novelist. He wrote a lot of short stories for those pulp magazines. Creepy stuff. H.P. Lovecraft. We got 3-star psych. 1, 2. Here's a 5-star psych. Another one. Yeah, this is the main collection. H.P. Lovecraft. Good psych. What is this about? I think it's about 68 or something. From Sauk City, Wisconsin. Okay. H.P. Lovecraft. Here's their second album. Also very good. Great psyche cover. Okay, the first one came out in 67. This one came out in 68. Unipack. And I say 4-star psych. 4-star psych. Their third album. Now we're getting into more hard rock and stuff, but still really good stuff. Really good. H.P. Lovecraft. What do we say about this one? 4-star. Nice progressive psych. The psych is still going on here. Valley of the Moon. Progressive psych. Who doesn't want progressive psych? To me, that's got to be one of the best genres of psychs. Well, that's it for the L's. And I better cut this short. It's getting long. Woo. See you on the M's.